I just had to let you know you're mine.
What is up, YouTube? My name is Winter, and I know none of you have seen my face before because this is my first YouTube video. So I'm gonna be skipping like the get to know me, like, oh, like my name's like Winter, like you guys already know my name, like. So if you guys want to see a video like that, please comment that down below, ask me questions. So yeah, let's just jump right into the video. So this is a story about the time I liked his best friend. So I go to this camp every year, and every year it's the same thing. I have a thing with this boy, and we'll name him Cookies. And so I have a thing with this boy named Cookies, and everybody knows it. It's been like that way since like I've been going to that camp. So it was no big deal. And so, you know, we had a thing. Just keep that in the back of your mind. I had a thing with this boy named Cookies. So I'm unpacking all of my stuff inside of my cabin, and all of a sudden I hear, Winter, Winter, SpongeBob's here, SpongeBob is here. So all the girls come rushing into my side of the cabin. And so I'm just like, who is SpongeBob? Like, So it was, the way the cabin is set up is that it's girl side on this side and a boy side on this side, and in the middle there's like this common area where we all just like chill and talk or whatever. So that's where SpongeBob was. So, you know, I'm like, let me go see what the hype is about, because everybody is hyping him up. All these girls over here talking about, oh my gosh, he's so cute, he's so cute. So I just, you know, I just peep my little head outside the little door or whatever, and then I see him and I'm like, oh, he a little cute or whatever. So I was like, yeah, he cute or whatever. But I had liked Cookies because that's the thing, like everybody knows, it's Winter and Cookies, Winter and Cookies. But since Cookies was a year younger than me, he was in a different cabin. So I got to like get to know SpongeBob after a couple of days. Like, me and SpongeBob ended up getting close, but like by this point I had already caught on to the fact that SpongeBob and Cookies were like really good friends. So like I was just like, oh, like that's cool, like we can all be friends together. So, you know, we were all friends, but like it's a camp, you're there for 2 weeks, and you know, normal like teenage stuff happens. So my little feelings started to like tangle up in there, and so I had developed a crush on SpongeBob or whatever. And so SpongeBob, just nobody knew I liked him except for like a couple of people, but like I think Cookies knew I liked him, but like we just not gonna say that. So every year there's a dance at this camp, and so every year I always go to the dance with Cookies because, you know, like I said, me and him had a thing. So, you know, I'm just chilling like a villain or whatever, and then that's when he Cookies approached me and was like, you want to go to the dance with me? And I was like, I don't know, but I did know because I was waiting on SpongeBob to ask me to the dance, because I had like SpongeBob or whatever. So, you know, I was waiting on SpongeBob to ask me to the dance. And then that's when yeah, I just basically rejected Cookies. And so then back to, okay, so then it's the weekend, and then the way it is on the weekend is that we do this thing called Color Wars. So it's like 4 teams. It's red, blue, yellow, and green. And so, you know, I'm on the yellow team every year. A yellow team always take them dubs. And so I go outside to see who's on my team, because the way they gave you your team is on these like ribbons of paper, or no, not paper, like just a ribbon. And so they put your name on it, and the ribbon is the color of your team. So I see my name, another camper's name, and then I see Cookies and SpongeBob. Why? With my luck, out of all the people in the world, I had to get put on the same team with both of them. Not just one of them, both of them at the same time. I have to spend the whole weekend with them. In a way, it is with Color Wars, you do everything with your team. You eat with your team. You create things with your team. You with your team that whole weekend, basically. And so, it got awkward. And this one moment in particular that I remember was when we was all sitting down. So it was me and my friend, we'll name her Brittany, and then Cookies and SpongeBob. So we was all looking at each other, right? So like we was sitting that way to where we were all looking at each other. So I'm over here looking at SpongeBob, and SpongeBob is looking at me, but Cookies was also looking at me. Ew. I just spit. Whoops. So SpongeBob was like, yeah, so we was all just looking at each other. There's like this huge triangle of us looking at each other. And then, you know, after like a couple of seconds, I break the cycle and I turn to my friend Brittany. Ooh, almost said her real name. And Brittany was like, yo, I saw that. And I was like, I know, right? Like, they was both just looking at me at the same time. And then I hear people talking, right? So, you know, I'm nosy or whatever, so I start listening to what they saying. I hear Cookies and SpongeBob talking or whatever, and then that's when SpongeBob was like, y'all, she was looking at you. And then Cookie was like, nah, man, she was looking at you. So basically they're going back and forth about who I'm looking at. But SpongeBob knew I was looking at him because he was looking at me back. Like, how? Like, you know. Anyway, so that was like really awkward. And then, yeah, that happened. So, this comes the night where I'm about to tell Cookies I had liked. No, I wasn't going to tell Cookies I liked him. I was just going to not tell Cookies because we only had 3 days of camp left. So I was about to tell SpongeBob that I liked him or whatever. So, you know, it's time for everybody to go on their side of the cabin. And so before it was time for that, I pulled SpongeBob outside and was like, hey, like, let me talk to you right quick. And then he was like, all right. So I pulled him outside and I was like, so he was taller than me, so I'm gonna just set the scene up right quick. So he taller than me, it's dark or whatever, and we're on like the porch, so it's like only a couple of lights out there. So I look up at him and I go, I don't know how to say this, but I like you or whatever. And he looks at me, he goes, oh, you do? Yeah, I think you cute, like, you funny, or whatever. Oh. So what do you think? I don't know. Let me get back to you in the morning. Psych, you gonna tell me now? I grab him by his arm. I grab him so fast. I said, no, you gonna tell me now because your girl is impatient. And I don't like to be waiting on nobody. So he was like, yeah, I like you. And I was like, so I'm extra. So I'm running around the whole cabin. I'm like, he liked me back. He liked me, And low key, I was doing it to be petty because this other girl in the cabin had liked him. And I can make a couple of story times about her because she was real irritating. So I'll make a couple of story times about her. Let me know down below if y'all want to hear the stories about her. So, I end up telling everybody. And he's geeking, like, I can hear him on the other side of the cabin geeking. And then that's when, so I go to sleep or whatever. And then, you know, it just, the next day was basically me and him liking each other. And then after camp, we actually ended up, like, started talking after camp. But, like, nothing really happened because, yeah, he was irritating. And I also have a couple of story times about the time he played me. SpongeBob was real irritating. So let me know if y'all want to see stories about SpongeBob. I also got story times about Cookies, that irritating girl. So let me know down in the comments below. So give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, let me know what you guys want to see next. And I need an outro. Let's see. Ooh, Cookies gonna know where this is from. I'm about to take this. So y'all ready? Peace, love, respect, and the only time to look down on someone is to help bring them up. Spread positivity. I love you all. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.
It's not